This is achieveradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/achieveradio.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I feels like I haven't seen your face in a long time, even though we talk pretty much every day.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in weeks.
So
all right.
We were off for. Oh, so welcome to Magical Mofos.
Welcome.
And I am Diane Lancier of soulrestoration.ca.
And I am Althea Montgomery from creativeclearings.com.
You are. And the dial-in number, Bill, I wonder if you can get the number up on the video. The dial-in number, if anybody wants to call us, is 602-666, thanks, Bill, 602-666-6027. And Althea and I will help you out with some energy clearing, some intuitive guidance, that kind of stuff. Right, Althea?
Yep. Anything you want to talk about. Insights, different perspectives. We'll clear up the energy, relationships, businesses, health, money, any subjects you want to call in and ask about. Totally fine. Or play, have fun, laugh. Always something.
I was going to break into song again, but I can't because it's
right.
YouTube.
Not allowed to do that. I mean, you might be able to do that if it's an original, right?
Maybe. Can I say the words? You know the song Everything You Want?
Maybe. Just don't burst into song. I don't know.
So we do the show every Monday, and sorry, I'm kind of looking off screen because I'm looking at the computer. We were off for 2 weeks at Christmas time and New Year's, and then last week had some technical issues, so we just canceled the show, which we weren't mad at. I was feeling like crap. I was really sick all week, so it was fine. Okay, it was okay with me. But we're back, and I think we might have a caller, Althea, Anita, who I've spoken to before. I'm not sure if she's stayed on from. I know she called in for their previous show on Achieve Radio. So let's just see if she's there. Do you want to just jump right in and see if...
Yeah, we can see. Absolutely. We love talking to people.
So let's check in if Anita wanted to talk to us, or is she just hanging in there from the previous call? Sorry, this is not very attractive what I'm doing, but I've got something in my eye. I kind of forget that we're on video as well as on the radio. So is Anita on? Is she there?
Yeah, I'm here, girls. How are you?
Hi, Anita. How are you? Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, too. Yeah, I was hanging on from the show before, but I didn't know if you guys were going to be on tonight or not, so I thought, well, I'm just going to hang in here. I've been hanging on long enough. Oh, yeah, I'm just, how can I say it? I'm not feeling well energetically, and I'm in a lot of pain, and it seems like even though I'm communicating with my doctors, it's like they're not hearing me, and I'm getting upset because it's going on so long that I'm actually not taking, I'm trying to take care of myself the best I can, but I know that there's more images and things that need to be done, and I don't think my medication is right. So in the meantime, I don't know what to do emotionally with myself because I'm letting it really depress me. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like I was kind of going towards the beginning of the year, before Christmas even though that was happening, I was still keeping my spirits high. and somebody who told me that helped me get from Michigan to Arizona kind of backed out on me, and I think that's been going on for so many years with this health care stuff I need, that I let myself go down where I don't know, to try to get my energy back up. Now it's kind of at a standstill. It's not. Do you have any maybe recommendations of how to reset my energy, or
Yeah, I find Althea's really good at this kind of stuff, but I just want to say, before we throw this over to Althea, I just love how you can like jump into this sort of esoterical space. But I wanted to say, Anita, what if it's okay for what if it's okay to feel depressed a little bit? Do you know, like, it's almost like as soon as you started talking, I felt the depression. And if you hadn't said it, I would have said, "Are you feeling depressed?" Because I felt it. But it's almost like as soon as we think I'm depressed, or we lock it in, right? And then we make it wrong for having that. And we, like Althea and I talk about this sometimes. It's not necessarily depression, but sometimes it feels like it almost, and we'll make ourselves wrong for not being in that perfect state all of the time, or we'll make ourselves wrong for letting ourselves get that low. And what if it's just okay to have those lower moments? And then if you say, "Oh, this is okay, I'm not wrong for this," then you can, I think, more easily pick yourself back up and just leave it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, and I understand where you're coming from, because sometimes I do that, and I think that's okay, and I can have a day like this, you know. And
yeah,
that's okay, you know, and I embrace it, and because then sometimes it's if I don't try to brainstorm it to death, then I, you know, and just embrace it, then I can kind of go through it. But it's
right.
It's like where I was at that point in time and the things that were getting together, I kind of let my to-do list go. Wow, my voice just changed. When I said those words, did you hear that? When I said to-do list, it was like my voice changed. Yeah, so.
Is this like a to-do list? Is that a to-do? Is your to-do list something that you actually want to do?
Yeah, it is. I guess maybe I'm questioning that too as well. You know, because I requested after that person was going to help me, and then kind of went the different direction. I kind of lost trust in people, and because that was a big issue, is they were saying to me, "Well, you don't trust anybody anymore," you know, and we're really trying to get me into like trusting them, you know, and then bam, when that happened, it was like, well, fine, you know, and I thought, well, maybe I need to relook this whole thing and look at the things that were working for me in the past. And
so I think you've probably heard us say this before, but it sounds like what happened is you were aware of something, and then they made you wrong for not trusting them when they weren't trustworthy, and really you were right for not trusting them. But then they made you wrong for that, and then you believed that.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
And I let them know, and I think I let them know, and I guess that's the hardest thing, is to let somebody know when they've kind of wronged you. Maybe it wasn't their intention at all.
No, it's not always people's intention. Sometimes it is, but it's... Anyway, let's not get too caught up in this story, because we could get into the nitty-gritty of it. But let me just help you. I'll throw this over to Althea. I don't know if you've got anything to say, but I'm going to keep clearing you, Anita, on this whole, the feeling depression and the feeling stuck in that. let's clear all of that wrongness around that. And also, let's clear you from this person that made you feel so wrong. And, if things didn't go a certain way with that person, then again, I know we get caught up in the drama of stuff. Believe me, been there. But it really is so important to just say, well, if that didn't work that way, what's another possibility? What else can happen? What else is available to me? Instead of being stuck in what didn't go right or how things didn't go the way we wanted them to, right?
Right.
Okay, so we'll just do some clearing. Althea's already clearing, but do you have anything specific to ask or say, Althea? I don't know why I said Althea. Althea. Althea.
Yeah, what would you like to get out of the clearing session with us tonight? What would you like to get out of this?
I would like to kind of rebalance my energy and maybe the anxiety of kind of going forward, because I'm a little bit anxiety of when I do start going forward again, that I'm going to go forward in the right direction.
Well, there is no right or wrong, so that's a judgment towards yourself anyway. Let's clear that up. All the judgments, rights and wrongs, and fears of moving forward, you're not allowing yourself to move forward at all because you think every way you choose is going to be wrong. So everywhere you've made yourself wrong and your choice is wrong, let's go ahead and clear that out and breathe. And I'd like you to just really play around with allowing us to move the energy a bit more. You can always recreate it all and put it back, but just, for shits and giggles, allow a little bit more energy to move. Clear out the spinal column. And where are you having pain? Were you talking about physical pain, emotional pain? I wasn't quite sure what you were referring to.
Well, I'm always in physical pain, but the physical pain is in the hip and the lower back, to the right hip, and the groin area, and it goes down to the right ankle.
Okay, so I want you to focus on those areas and just breathe as we collapse it out. And releasing anywhere you feel like let go of it. It's too hard to release things out of the physical body, and just remove all of that judgment and conclusion and just let it float away. I'm going to release shock and trauma and anywhere that you've programmed your body to hold on to these patterns of pain. Releasing anywhere that you do not know who you are without these pains in your body. It's like and any expectations for the pain to just always be there, because it's, in essence, you're believing that it's part of who you are, part of your daily life. You said, I'm always in pain. So everywhere you believe and expect that you will always be in pain, let's release that.
Okay.
And I'd like you to really just intend to take up your entire body. Fill up your body with your energy and just see the energy expanding out and just pushing out anything else that's in your body. Claiming ownership of your body. Yeah, your body is your best friend, but the term ownership, claiming ownership of your own body keeps coming up, because there's other things that sometimes will come in and try to own our bodies and parts of our bodies. So just breathing and just visualize the light of you filling up every cell of your body.
And all the people who think they know better than you, and all of the people who judge you and what's right and wrong for you and about you, all of that is also seeping into your body, right? You believe all of that. So that's part of what Althea is saying too.
Right. I understand that.
Yeah.
It comes out a lot.
Just take a nice deep breath. You're still holding a lot in the torso area.
Okay. I was writing. Okay, let me lay back down. Sorry.
So
Anita, if you,
go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll remember. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Anita, what would your life look like? Like, be really, really honest. And what would your life look like? Would it be like for you to not have any of these physical issues? Like, if you were able to release all of them tonight, let's say, I'm not telling you we're healing you, that's not what I'm saying, but let's say you were able to release all of your physical issues tonight, and tomorrow was like a completely different thing. How would that, like, truthfully, how would that sit with you? Would you be able to handle that? Would that be so different that you wouldn't know what to do with yourself?
No, it wouldn't. I would be awesome. And I have goals that I have set for when that time comes.
Okay. So then truly, 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 while you're working with us, really, really allow that intention, really allow yourself to release as much as you can and more. So whatever you think you can release, go beyond that. Because it just feels often, and we're happy to have you call in. That's not an issue, but it just often feels like there's a resistance. So even though consciously we think we want to release something, unconsciously there's often like resistance to actually healing it or releasing it, which is why I was asking if there's, part of you that's like, I would not. Sometimes there's usually reasons why we don't allow ourselves to release certain things, right? And we're not really aware of that, which is why I was asking. So as you're laying there and working with us, really truly allow that releasing and that change in your life to be. Okay?
Okay.
And anywhere that anybody doesn't want you to change. So anybody in your life that you're aware of or not aware of that doesn't want this to change for you for whatever reason, let's just disentangle you from all of those people. Okay, sorry, what did you want to say, Althea?
Well, I just wanted to ask her what would be the worst thing that would happen if you felt perfectly healthy.
Oh, so it was the same thing. There you go.
Well, it's similar, but a little different. But like, if you felt perfectly healthy and happy, what's the worst thing that happened? And you definitely are more than welcome to keep calling in. Is there a part of you, because I actually used to have this as a kid, where I thought that I had to be sick. I had to be sick or something had to be wrong with me in order for me to connect with people, to get love, attention, and affection. And that's how we relate to each other a lot of times. We're taught in this world that we do often get more attention or more acceptance when we're not feeling well. So do you have any of that? Do you feel that people give you more attention or love when you are not feeling well, or hell, even sometimes pretending like we don't feel well? And it's a good way to get people to leave us alone too, and to get out of things.
Right. I understand that. I actually would I would like to have the old me back, because I really was happy and enjoyed my life. Mm-hmm. And I just need to get some surgery on some tears that have been created from an accident a long time ago. Thank God they found those. And they found them in the hip, and they found them in the hamstring about a year ago. And it's just getting the doctors to get me the new images to be able to get the surgery. And my stuck part is I didn't want to switch to another doctor, because I had, he wasn't communicating with me well and not listening and going forward. And I thought, well, it'll be a couple months and I'll be back in Arizona, but I'm not back there yet because the pain keeps on bringing me down. And so I have to look at reality. And at this point, probably get it taken care of, because I think something else has happened along with it. And I wish it didn't. But
So sorry, the doctors don't want to do surgery, or they do, or what's?
No, there's 3 areas: the right foot and ankle, and it's the right hamstring and the right hip. But they found the right hip, but then they found that there was a part of it that was torn that was going to the hamstring. And I had a doctor say, "You better get this done now, if it'll get really terrible. You don't want anything else to tear." Well, apparently it did tear from the hamstring down to from the hip to the hamstring, where that finally tore all the way through. But then, so when they did a different image, the bony pelvis, they found the hamstring. So I'm trying to get the pain doctor to get the new MRI of the right hip and the bony pelvis and the ankle and foot, because the ankle and foot are all, and they said, if it continues on, to get an MRI, and I'm just asking to get an MRI of all 3 areas at the same time.
Let me ask you again. So your doctor wants to do surgery or not?
We won't get the images, so I can take them to the so I can get the images, so I can't get the.
Okay, but let me just ask. So just answer my question. Just answer this question. Does your doctor want for you to have surgery, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And do you want the surgery?
Yes.
So if your doctor wants you to have the surgery, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, okay, how can I say this? My primary doctor, I have doctors in Arizona, and I have doctors here. The doctor here said the image from 2.5 years ago is fine with me. But the orthopedics that I need to get to do this type of surgery, or to do the surgery, says get new images, because we can't use old images because the body heals or changes daily.
Okay, right.
So I keep on trying to get the new images, but the primary won't order them, so the pain doctor won't order them. So I'm thinking of going back to the primary doctor.
Why can't the surgeons order them? Why can't the surgeons order them?
Well, because to get to the right, Medicare only, how does it work? When I called my insurance company, they said, we give you 3 consultations, one for, and then you get your second one for a second, what do they call it, a second opinion, and a third opinion only if the first 2 differ. And I've been to different orthopedics before, and there's different kinds, and my surgeon.
Okay, but now you're talking about a different thing. I'm asking you, why can't the surgeon order the scans that you need? If the surgeon's the one who needs them, why can't they order them?
Because I haven't got to the surgeon yet, because I don't know what type of surgeon does this, and the orthopedic.
Okay, you mentioned a surgeon. Okay. You mentioned a surgeon earlier, so I thought that you had already met with a surgeon, because you said the surgeon wanted to do the surgery. So it's confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, because they said between the iliopsoas muscle that's tilted and the areas I have, they need new imaging so I can send it to whomever or wherever, so they can get me the right type of surgeon. But I need to have the image done and the paperwork to be able to send out to find the right type of surgeon that does this type of surgery. But they do know it's surgery involved. It's just getting worse. So I'm starting to just, my mom and dad's 90 and 92.
Okay, so bear with me here, because I'm still trying to understand this. Anita, I'm still trying to understand this. The person who told you that you need new scans to have the surgery, who said that to you? They need new scans in order to have the surgery. Who said that to you?
It was a doctor in Chicago, his assistant. She said I'd probably.
Okay, but I don't know who the doctor in Chicago is. Is the doctor in Chicago have anything to do with your treatment?
Yeah, because the place.
So why can't that doctor order the scans? The doctor who told you need the scans, why can't that doctor order them?
his assistant said that they wouldn't even make an appointment with me until they had the readings. And she said, because we don't know what type of orthopedic you need, because he doesn't do that. He doesn't work with the iliopsoas muscle. All orthopedics have different. Some do hips, some do, but they don't do all of the things in the hip. Some do total reconstruction, some just do partial. Some are just specialists just in muscles and tears. So I need to get them. And the rehab doctor who was working on me last year said, you need to get the new images, and you shouldn't be in this much pain because I can't work with you in this much pain. He says, you need to
Anita,
communicate with the pain doctor,
Anita.
and I do. But the pain, I guess I need a new pain doctor.
Yeah, Anita, would you like to clear all of this up? Because we are the magical mofos.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to all this, and it's just a bunch of scrambled mess. So would you like us to clear this up for you so that you can actually have clarity about who do you actually need to contact to get this done? Because it's not technically this complicated. There's just a lot of energetic shit there. So would you like us to clear that out now?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And you are very welcome. And also, would you like us to clear anywhere that people keep treating you like a victim? You notice that? Like you're supposed to just sit there and take it, right? Nobody can help you. You're in pain every fucking day, but you're supposed to just sit there. So let's just pull all that victim stuff out and just clear up all the confusion. Who cares what happened in the past? Let's get rid of it all. And tomorrow morning, you're going to have a clear perspective on who to call and just keep asking, well, what would it take to get this done? Who do I need to talk to? Don't take no for an answer. You're in pain. You need to get this fixed. The doctors are supposed to help you. Somebody knows what to do. So we're just going to clear all of this mess up around all of it. Breathe. Really allow yourself to receive this, please. Diane, can you really help there's a lot of layers of like this victim stuff. Expectations of people expecting her to be a victim. All the times doctors, people and authority figures have victimized you in any time, space, dimension. Let's release that. Whew.
And you know, when I was saying earlier, Anita, allowing yourself to release stuff, it also means that you have to really say, I am going to get this surgery, and stop believing. So all of this stuff, I was asking you questions, but the answers are so confusing, and maybe it makes sense, but it's so confusing to listen to that's why we're saying like it's energetically, and I can't even say it. It's just like it's a mess, and you have to have but you have to have real clarity on, I want this surgery, and stop getting frazzled by all of the mixed messages and all of the this and that, and just go, universe, I want the surgery and I want it right now. And just really, really step into your power around that and just get it done. You know what I mean? Like, you just be in that power and just say, universe, I want the surgery and I want it right now, whatever it takes. And then follow the guidance that you get around that. Okay? I'm going to go back to clearing stuff. I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
And anywhere you believe that everything has to be hard for you, always the hard way, the long way, difficult way. Let's just really release all those patterns and programs, and releasing
or the regular way, the way other people do it, like the regular way. Like, who cares?
Yeah, the regular way. She definitely has a lot of struggle. This is hard. It's going to take a long time. I'll just sit here and wait while I'm in pain. That's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm just in pain every day of my life. So all that brings up, let's just release it.
Yeah, and Anita, who are you being when you're being that person? Who are you mimicking when you're being that person who's just sitting with their pain and just allowing it? And is there somebody in your life who was like that you're kind of picking that up from?
I don't know. Maybe it's grandmother. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
You know,
cool. So we're going to clear you from that.
My mom kind of does that too. My mom does that, and I'm like more up on her of like, my gosh, get this taken care of now. You know,
right?
Why are you being in
the irony. Okay, so let's just clear you from all those patterns of mimicking. Okay. Sorry, Althea, I jumped in again.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. I'll just keep clearing stuff. All good. You notice it's a little lighter around the hips and low back? Did you feel that little release there?
Yes, I did.
I can't hear her.
Yes, I did.
Can you hear her?
It feels warm, kind of warm in that area.
Yeah, that's the energy. So there was so much stuff that needed to move out of your field first before that would even shift out. So just breathe into that area and just really allow yourself to receive. You are totally worthy and deserving of that. I'm just going to activate that you can receive more and more love.
Yeah, and I think you've had so many people sort of, this sort of benevolence, like so many people saying they're helping you and wanting to help you, and they're actually not. Like they're kind of, it's like a double-edged sword, or they're kind of more doing things for themselves. And so, it hasn't been pure. And so I think there's a part of you that kind of is defensive around help. So, when you're working with me and Althea, particularly, I have nothing to gain from helping you or not helping you, right? So just really allow us to help you and to help you release stuff. And just, does that make sense, Anita?
Yes, that does. That does.
Okay.
That absolutely does. Yes.
Okay. So let's just release anywhere that you've been sort of hurt and betrayed, and any other feelings that you have from people who were supposedly helping you and it wasn't helping you, and you were kind of forced to, see it as helping you when it really wasn't, and you couldn't say no, or you didn't feel like you had the power to say, hey, this isn't helpful, so you just took it. So let's just release all of that stuff. Let's just entangle you from all of that stuff. So again, just always wanting to get you back in your power so that you can say, no, this doesn't work for me, or this does. How are you feeling?
Oh, I just want to cry. You just hit home to a lot of stuff just now.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to, I haven't just released it.
Yeah, so just breathe it out. Just deep breath. You can cry and just breathe it all out, just allowing it to release out. Just all of that pain. Just anywhere that you feel like you're alone in all of this. Just feeling the immenseness of the universe, knowing that you're never alone. You have the universe with you. You're part of the universe.
I hear a lot of people say, I love you, and I think, then help come in and help get it done, and I'm like, I think love is also an action besides a word.
Right.
At times.
So deep breath. And so now, I think what Althea and I cannot speak. Althea and I would both like, I'm speaking for you, Althea, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think we would both love for you to really be in your power and say, universe, I want this, universe, I desire the surgery now. Get me the surgery now. Whatever it takes, get me the surgery now. And just be strong in it. And accept, receive what the universe brings you in terms of answers to that. But be strong in your demand for it. Demand it. Does that make sense? Instead of like cowering in that victim energy of like, I want it, but I don't know if I will, and I'm waiting for all these people, and it's so freaking confusing. Just clear all of that stuff out. Just like push it out and be like, it doesn't matter anymore. None of this matters. Universe, get me the surgery. And you might end up meeting some random person who refers you to somebody. I don't know. Magical things happen. but you have to stand up for yourself. And it's great to want help and it's great to receive help, but you, Anita, need to stand up for yourself, and you need to demand this surgery if that's what you want, and get your body fixed up.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. It took forever to even find that. Like 6.5 to 7.5 years. It's like, are you serious? Who does that? You know? Who waits? Who?
Okay, well, don't make yourself wrong for that. Every moment is a new moment. It's a new day, right? So if you're going to make yourself wrong for how long you've taken, guess what? It's going to stall you even more. Now you're going to wait even longer because you're feeling bad about yourself. It's useless. Right. It's so unproductive to make yourself wrong for any of that. So I'm going to be brutal. Just get over that. Just let that go. It doesn't matter how long it's been. Today, now, ask the universe, demand from the universe, okay, I'm done with all of this, I want to say a word, but just enough with this, and I demand the surgery. I'll tell you, when I was, oh my God, this is 15 years ago, I had an injury. I fell skiing, and I hurt my knee, and I was months doing physio, and I hit this plateau where I was still in pain. I would leave physio in pain, and like crying in pain. And I just got to this point where I could not fully extend my leg. I couldn't fully bend it. I was in constant pain, and physio was no longer helping. I got as far as I could. And I started just asking my angels, I need surgery. Angels, I need surgery. Like, I got so sick of doing the physio thing and waiting around and doing what I was being told to do. And I just said, enough. I know my body, and I know that I need surgery. And it's not a weakness to need surgery. It's not a weakness to not be able to heal your own body. And I mean, I just said, you know what? I know this. I need surgery on this. So I started demanding, angels, I need surgery. Angels, I need surgery. And my next doctor's appointment, which was on a Tuesday, and I kept asking angels, please let the doctors see that I need surgery. That's what I was asking at the time. Make the doctor see that I need surgery. And it was amazing. Like, it even surprised me that when I went to see the doctor, he was like night and day. The way he talked to me, and he said, this is acute. You need surgery right away. And I was kind of like, what is going on? You've never talked to me before. It was always like more physio. And after me like asking for this, sort of constantly and voraciously, really, it happened. He looked at it and he was like, this is acute. You need surgery. And he goes out to the reception. I still remember this. I'm hobbling after him, and he tells the receptionist, put this lady top of the list for surgery. And at the time, I had been told that the waiting time, now I'm in Canada, I'm in Ottawa, but I was told that the waiting time for knee surgery was a year. Everybody told me that. It's a year. So he tells the lady, the receptionist, put her at the top of the list. And she said, well, I've got these other people. He's like, no, I don't. You've got to put her at the top of the list. So I was kind of still dumbfounded by like how this is progressing, right? And then straight away, and they gave me a form that I needed to get signed by my doctor to say that I was okay for surgery. So I'm thinking, great, I'm going to get this done right away. I don't want, if they call me tomorrow. In my head, they were calling me the next day for surgery. Like, that's how clear I was that I wanted my surgery, and how clear I was that anything is possible. So as I'm walking out of there, I called my doctor's office and I told them I need this form signed for surgery, And they said, oh, we just got a cancellation. Can you be here in 20 minutes? Yes, I can. So I drove right over, saw the doctor, got my form signed, made sure they faxed it back to the surgeon, and just was double checking, making sure everybody got everything. And so that was the Tuesday, and then I just kept the whole week. Angels, I need my surgery. Angels, I need my surgery right now. And by the Saturday, I started hearing this voice in my head saying, okay, it's done. You can stop asking.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done. I was like, okay. And I remember I told my husband, who at the time was my boyfriend, on the Sunday, I said, I think I'm going to have surgery this week. And he laughed at me because he thought it was the most ridiculous thing he'd ever heard. And on the Tuesday, so a week after I had seen the doctor, I got a call from the doctor's office asking me, can you come in on Thursday for your surgery? So the 1 year waiting period, I got my surgery in 10 days. And when she was talking to me on the phone, I was at my work and I started bawling because I just knew in that moment that it was the universe, that it was the angels, whatever you want to call it, that it was this miraculous thing had happened, this power had happened. So anything can happen, but you have to demand it. You have to be, I guarantee you, every moment in my life where I have been clear that I want something, I get it. And any time that I don't, it's because I'm not clear. I know this for sure.
Right. I do have a girlfriend who says, you need to be more powerful. She says when you get in front of the doctors, you get that little girl voice. And I don't think they take you seriously. So that's why I'm wanting this energy change, because I need to get, you are so right on. I need to get this power back to.
Yeah, but I'm not just talking about power when you're talking to other people. It's you. It's within you. So everywhere that you've bought the lie that you don't have power, can we just release all of that? Like, oh my goodness. Whoa, did you feel that, Althea? Holy crap. What was that? Wow. Man. Okay.
Anita, you have to just decide what you want. Just decide and know that it's done. There's times in your life, I'm sure you could look back where you wanted something, whatever it was. It could be an item or just for a situation to change. And something snapped inside of you. And you didn't even care how it was going to happen. You just made that decision and that choice right then and there. That I don't know how this is going to change, but I am not going to keep going on like this. I am done. I am done with whatever this pattern is. So find times in your life where that happened, where you're like, I have no idea how this is going to work, how it's not going to work, but I'm going to trust because I'm choosing. I really don't care how this is going to work. I'm looking at the end result. You figure it out, universe. And you have to just stay in your power and just know it. And I know you've had multiple times in your life where you've gone through things like that. That's what Diane's talking about. She chose that. She's like, no, not in my world. Not in my world am I waiting a whole year. She even asked angels for help. You're calling right now asking us for help. It works when you ask for energetic help, but you have to be willing to receive it, and you have to follow through. Meaning we can't be there with you every day after this to say, Anita, oh, you're slipping a little bit. You're wavering in your belief in this. You just say, no, I don't even care. And again, like Diane said, there came a point where she got the message to stop asking. Trust now that it's done. You do not have to keep asking repeatedly, because if we have to ask so many times, it means we're not trusting that it's on its way. Get excited that tomorrow or within the next week, you are going to find out who you need to contact to get this surgery done, if that's what you choose to do. But you don't figure out how to get the surgery done. You're trying to find the person that will help you get it done. Stop making it so complicated and just really decide what you want, and don't ask for validation from other people. You don't need other people's permission to get a surgery. You don't need other people's permission to do anything. And a lot of that energy's been around you, that you need that permission, you need that approval from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just choose it.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't need that. You're right. I know where that came from, and I know where it started.
Okay, so let's just release all of that then. All of that patterning, all of that implanting, anywhere that you made yourself need to be needed, need to be wanting in order to help others, to sort of play that victim for them. Can we just stop that now? You don't need to be that for anybody. You don't need to be anything for anybody. Let's just focus on you now, and let's just have you do what's good for you. Let's forget about what other people need and require from you, especially from that energetic space. You know, anybody who needs you to be a victim, done. You don't need that anymore. Let's just release all of that. Whew.
Yay, you're receiving more.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Better, lighter. My head isn't pounding as much as it was.
I'm just going to do some clearing too around the accident that sort of started all of this, just sort of disentangling you from that memory and all of the shock and trauma in your body around that, everything that's kind of left in there. Oh, wow, there's a lot. All of the projections too of other people of how that accident should have affected you, and like there's so much projection that you're picking up and buying into. It's just releasing all of that. Althea, I can't tell from your face if you've got something coming in, or are you just clearing? Just clearing. You know what I mean?
Clearing. There's not much to say here because there's just a lot going on. So we're just clearing. Yeah. And she's receiving more, so I'm thrilled about that.
Absolutely. Me too. Take a deep breath, Anita. Just allow all of this beautiful energy to travel through your body like electricity. Just feel it. Allowing yourselves to clear and cleanse and realign and become something different. Allow your body to change. Allow your body to do what it needs to do. There you go. Just relaxing into it. You've been fighting with your body for so long.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just relaxing. Whew. All right. Anything else, Althea? We've got about 8 minutes left. I don't know if you've got anything else. So we don't have any other callers. We can keep going with
No, I mean, I'd like to,
or we can go off and chat about something, whatever you'd like.
I'd like to keep it really simple for her. That's enough. We just released and disentangled a lot for her, and just to choose what you want to happen and trust and believe that it's happening. Just let it go, and allowing yourself to receive more love from yourself, love and support from the universe. Just allow things in your life to be easier. They do not have to be a struggle. There doesn't have to be a problem constantly, or it's like you're trying to do a Rubik's Cube or something. Life doesn't have to be like that. So please just allow yourself to receive the energies tonight and maintaining that throughout your day, and allow yourself to find the person to do the surgery with ease. Just lots more ease. Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, with the ease.
I had a couple of prophetic dreams last week that were pretty prophetic. I mean, clear people coming in who I don't know, but they were trying to get me out from what was going on, and then finally they put me in some type of machine. I was in some third world country where there was 2 men and a female, and they said, "We're getting you out of here." And they said, "Where do you want to be?" And I'm like, "What?" And I had no pain in my body. They said, "Where do you want to be?" And I'm like, and I had to make that choice. I ended up saying Arizona. Well, at first I said Hawaii. I always wanted to go to Hawaii. They said, "Where do you want us to take you? Where do you want to go?" So, well, Hawaii. And then I thought, why did I say that? Because I always wanted to take a vacation there. And I thought, well, I think they're asking a little bit more permanent. And so I said Arizona, but I said I have a couple of friends there. But that really opened my eyes when I woke up in the morning. I thought I really need to take a good look at this and be clear, more clear. I don't know
Yeah,
if that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah. And well, of course it makes sense. It's what we've been talking about, right? And here's the other thing. You keep
Right.
talking about Arizona, and there's nothing wrong with loving Arizona, and but what if your future is somewhere else? What if your future is something different? And so anytime we
Right.
say, well, I want to go back to my old self, or when you said that before, I understand what you're saying. You mean you want to go back to that, you want to go back to being you want to go forward. I don't want to say, I can't even say you want to go back. You want to go forward into a space where you're happy and pain free of pain and all of that. But stop thinking of it in terms of what you had in the past, because what if you could have in the future is even better than that. And so anytime that we say, I want to go back to that and be that person, no, you don't want to be the person you used to be. We're always changing and evolving. So who's the next best person you can be?
Right.
Wherever that is.
My stuff is there, my image is there, my reports are there. We're paying on it every month, and so I need.
But you're getting caught up. But this is where you're getting caught up in the details. And I'm not telling you don't go back. I'm just saying you're so caught up in those details that you're not allowing further possibilities. And that's where you have to kind of open up to what else is possible. What other things might be. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how the medical system works in the States, but just saying, stop getting caught up in all of those details and focus on what you want, which is to have the surgery, and focus on that.
That's what I've been doing this week. I'm like, okay, it's now. Now is
because
the
if
time.
if you confuse I want surgery with all of this other stuff around Arizona. If the answer for your surgery has nothing to do with Arizona, you're blocking that energy. You're blocking the solution. When I got my surgery within a week and a half, I had no expectations. I had no idea where it would be. I didn't even think about, well, what has to happen for this to happen? Do they have to have a cancellation? Is somebody going to get, I didn't go there. I was like, I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. Just get me the surgery, right? That was probably one of the most potent times of my life. And that's what I'm saying. Stop thinking about the details. Stop thinking about how you think it needs to happen or the other stuff. It's just detail. Just focus on what you want, which is the surgery, and let everything else just fall into place around it.
Right. First, I want the imaging so that they know what they're. So what they even need to look,
But don't even But see, this is the thing. You're getting caught up. Even that. Just universe, I want my surgery. Let the universe take care about the imaging. You're getting caught up. Even that's a detail. This is what you heard from one person, and now you're caught up in this whole web of this imaging. Just drop that and just focus on universe. I want my surgery right now. Universe, I want my surgery right now. That's just clean and simple like that. And let the universe take care of the details.
Focus on the end result. Focus on the end result. Otherwise, if you start getting into you need the imaging and you need this and that, then you might as well just start trying to do the surgery on yourself. That's how far-fetched that is. So focus on the end result. And here's a crazy fun idea. Focus on taking a vacation to Hawaii. Why not? You always wanted to do that. Allow yourself to do something fun like that. So I'm getting the surgery, end result, see yourself maybe in the bed or see yourself with the, little wrappings. I don't know what you're getting surgery on, but, see yourself at the end of the surgery's done, you feel great, and you don't need to know how you got there. And then imagine yourself in Hawaii and you don't need to know how you got there either. You're having a great time. The idea is to focus on things that feel good and the end result, not every single step of the way. Just be excited that the surgery is going to get here in a really easy, fast, fun way, and you don't need to figure out every single detail. And that think about Hawaii, because if that brings you joy, it's just going to add to the good stuff in your life. Very, very simple. But if you do go into, I need the imaging, you're just going to drive yourself nuts. It's literally you're chasing your tail, and that's not even what you need to be focusing on is the imaging. The doctors need to be doing that stuff for you.
Yeah,
you
let
need
them
to find
take care of that.
Person that can help you. Yeah, let them take care of that.
Right. Right. You are absolutely correct.
Of course we are.
Just catch yourself when you start doing that stuff again, because your mind might want to go back into that. Oh, I need to find out imaging. I need to find out imaging. It's perfectly normal and understandable to be worried and to think that we have to figure everything out. So don't
just listen to this recording again.
Yeah, but you don't have to figure all of that out. Just allow yourself to receive. Listen to Diane's story about her knee surgery again, and just
over and over. It's a great story.
And break it down to the most simple steps. You know, I don't care about a year from now. I don't care about the details in between. I want my surgery right now. Get it done. Do it.
We got to go, Anita. We're at the end of the show.
Thank you so much, girls, for working on me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for calling.
So
all right. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
Encouragement, empowerment, enlightenment. AchieveRadio.com.